Hi folks, and welcome back to some more Ultimate General Civil War. Today we're going to play the first Battle of Bull Run in our Confederate playthrough. It is the 21st of July 1861, and this was the first major battle of the war. The Confederate army of PGT brigades deployed south of Bull Run River to guard Manassas Railroad Junction. From the other side of the river, Brigadier General Irvin McDowell is looking for a weak point to attack. Let's jump right in. Okay, so our small force of only 8 brigades is going to defend the stone bridge on the left flank of the Confederate forces. The Union forces are going to be coming from, well, on the map it's going to be from the top, but I think it's from the northwest, is it? I don't know. Anyway, they're coming after us. Our main forces are deployed a few miles east of this location, guarding the Manassas Railroad Junction. Bull Run River is a natural barrier between our lines and the Union army on the other side. Now, this was looking like being a Union victory, but unfortunately the Union forces over in the Shenandoah Valley didn't tie down the Confederate troops there as they were supposed to with a distraction, and those Confederate troops rushed by rail to Manassas, reinforced the Confederates here, and it was a resounding Southern victory. To protect the left flank of the army, we need to guard all the fords. Yeah, not going to happen, by the way. This mod, this J&P mod, this changes how this battle fights a little bit. Our forces are stretched thin along Bull Run River. We do not have sufficient regiments to guard this passage, but you need to be alert for any enemy movement. You're damn right we do. So I have played the opening of this to see how it works, and it is different with the mod. Small hill near Matthews Farm is a good position to create a defensive line. We have a problem with that, and Henry Hill is another strong position for artillery, and it must be secured. Yeah, this is going to be the important one back here. Your orders are to defend your position and scout for enemy movements. If the Federals attack, your reinforcements will be dispatched from the southeast. Okay. Federal forces have been spotted across the river. We're going to deploy here on this hill at the Stone Bridge. And this is a diversion. There was a diversion. It did work rather well, and the Union forces piled across here, and they nearly turned the Confederate line on its flank. And it could have worked. It was a good plan. McDowell actually had a good plan. It was reasonably well executed. It's just that he wasn't expecting Confederate reinforcements turning up. We do not have enough forces. No, we do not have enough forces. We know this. And let's skip that one. This, I've come to the conclusion, is not worth trying to defend seriously. And I'll show you why. Delay the Yankees until reinforcements come. Well, here's our forces that we have here. So let me just pull. We've got the Florida Seminoles, which are a new brigade in there. The Ozark Volunteers, Bargey's Brigade. We've got the McCracken Brigade. These guys are armed with muskets. I'm not going to have them on the front line, actually, because we need something with a bit of range. So I'm going to put Alex's Volunteers, being the biggest brigade here. They're going to hold this entrenchment on this side of the bridge, and we might deploy skirmishers from them before putting them in, just to get some flanking fire, which isn't a bad idea. We've got 3 artillery batteries, the 3-inch ordnance, be quite effective. I'm going to make sure we put these guys. And I love how you can see the different ranges for the short, medium, and long ranges of these guns. I think that's really nice. I think the mod's great for that. And we probably want 3 brigades who can rush off, because we know that there's going to be stuff coming over there. We will send skirmishers to try and hold and delay the enemy, but if we rush brigades over, they are exhausted by the time they get there. They'll be overwhelmed, and they will have difficulty falling back. So that's not really an option. We could try and hold a defensive line somewhere along here, but I think the other side of this river is probably the best place to go. All right, so let's have a look. We bring our commander back a bit. We have B's battery. Now, these guys, or these artillery pieces, I should say, are some 12-pounder howitzers. We only have 6. We can't afford a lot at the moment. And then we've got a Dome Shutton's battery over on there. Okay, with the 3-inch ordnance. So we've got some good stuff. I'm putting them in position where they can be effective. Let's start the battle. I will deploy skirmishers from here, because it will give us vision, if nothing else. And then Alex's Volunteers straight into the line, armed with the fantastic Mississippi rifle. Armed with the suitable Mississippi rifle. I should have had the McCrackens over there. Bargey's men. Bargey's men, we want to be over here, actually. Do you know what? Actually, no, we can do this. Ooh, what's this? We can supply the cannons. Oh, we can give new orders to our supplies. We can tell them what to supply and what not to. That's pretty cool, actually. The McCrackens, Bargey's men, go on that flank. And Bargey's actual brigade, we're going to go over there. Right, so, the McCrackens, let's just deploy some skirmishers over here. Florida Seminoles. And the Ozark Volunteers. Brilliant to get these guys out. What we are going to do with these is we are going to put a defensive line up here of skirmishers, which so it's not going to be that great. But that's okay, because I don't really fancy our options for doing much else. And you know what? We're going to play this safe. We're going to put these 3 brigades over here and hold this area. Right, so what we need now, more than anything, is vision. And we can use a commander for this. And let's put this on double speed and get the game moving a bit. So in the base game, enemy regiments approaching the bridge. Yep, we've spotted them. There's probably going to be something approaching that ford as well. So I want to be reluctant to use the race ahead at all costs. Oh, one thing we need to watch out here is that we may come into contact with enemy cavalry scouts, and they will, yep, they will love to eat skirmishers for breakfast. Let's go and capture these guys, cause some trouble, because skirmishers caught out in the open by... Now these are carbine cavalry, so that's not too bad. We can probably do some good work against them. Oh, we've spotted something over there. Okay, there are enemy units attempting to take this crossing. We need to focus on that. I maybe should have sent another brigade over there, actually, to... Do you know what? I think we can still do this. I'm going to send another brigade, because we do need something to, obviously, defend the rear of our artillery. Alex's men are getting involved now. Oh, we've spotted artillery. Focus the rifles on the artillery. And I am tempted to let the howitzers just pound away at the enemy infantry there. We have some... Okay. This is nice. Let's make sure our... everything at this point goes on there. And let's just slow the game down. We need to slow the game down a bit. Right, let's get Barge's brigade in a position where they can cover that crossing. We've got skirmishers shooting, we've got Alex's men shooting, we've got canister coming in. The 2nd New York, they are dropping men quickly. But it looks like the 2nd Ohio are forming for a go as well. They're wavering. I think we're going to be okay. Let me make sure that our brave commander is covering this. Okay, so Barge's brigade covering that crossing. That's good. Florida Seminoles, let's push them up to this river edge. Okay, I've got 3 lots of skirmishers here. Can we just go that way? What we're going to do is we're just going to push these guys forwards and get a bit closer and try and destroy these cavalry scouts. We don't have any of our own cavalry. In the base game, this scenario, you do have cavalry. Okay, I don't think this 2nd brigade coming in is going to fare any better. Oh, one thing I think we can do, I don't know, let's see if we can do it. If I do Control 1. No. I think you can, with this mod, assign groups. I'm not quite sure how to do it. I'll have to figure that out. I'm sure some of you knowledgeable people in chat will know. So do let me know if you know the answer to that one. Go on, B's brigade, B's battery. Actually, Barnard EB did control a brigade of infantry in this battle. So apologies if I get the 2 confused. Were you supposed to be going up there? I'm going to go and guard this flank. I can't see Alex's men being turfed out to this. We're inflicting casualties at 3-1, which is excellent. Great, so they're broken. Let's focus firepower on that unit over there. It's kind of long range, but it's good. We're good with that. The skirmishers have done some good. Barge's men, we'll just put over here where we can see. Oh, we've got cavalry. We've got cavalry around the back all of a sudden. Do you know what? We're going to have to use the McCrackens for this. I don't know why. I don't know why we're advancing out of here. That's not part of the orders that we're given. Open fire on that cavalry. I believe we may have stopped them. That's good. That's good. Hold your ground. And just bring the. Yeah, this is what happens. I'm gonna have to bring the Ozark volunteers over where they can make a difference here. Don't you dare capture those. God damn. I mean, that would be a fairly suicidal, would be a very bold move. Turn that artillery round and canister that cavalry. Charge those batteries, those supplies even. This is going to take a bit of control. Excellent, this is great news. Our skirmishers here have managed to destroy one unit of these scouts. Come on. Alex's men. Just shoot them. They're trapped there. Where these skirmishers are bearing down on my own supply wagon, and I don't like the look of this. We kind of want these guys to retreat, and I don't want the skirmishers to get into contact with them. This was not part of the plan. Come on. No, that was not part of the plan. But the cavalry is on its way out. Excellent. Get them back up there. They're broken. They're gone. Excellent. Excellent. We're good. So we're a bit messed up over here, but this is fine. And there's some skirmishers coming. Oh god, there's some skirmishers rapidly approaching here. Right then, back to destroying enemy cannons at the first opportunity, please. Right, you need to be up there. Aim at that. Definitely try and knock out those cannons, please. Right, a tough fight. Okay, so we know Union forces have taken the hill. This is why I didn't send brigades over there, because we would get mashed. Right, there doesn't seem to be... You guys don't need to be running, by the way. We're gonna face skirmishers over there. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna draw back to here and cover the back of the cannons, because I think it might be a case that our cannons may need to return. Oh, do you know what? Screw this. Let's retreat. Let's retreat to this farm, and then let's get some cover from there. So I'm gonna need some forces to cover these areas. Those guys can get across there. I am going to put those chaps over there again. Right, do we have another attempt on the bridge being made? This is quite a costly fight. Let's go back to 2 times speed. See, this makes the game quite different, doesn't it? The original battle did not play like this at all. Right, morale is down over here. I'm just going to pay a visit with our leader, because I don't really want the skirmishers. Right, that will do in there, and hold. Turn round. Some McCrackens are pretty much in position, I think. Yeah, where they want to be. The enemy are pulling back from there, which is excellent. Good. The skirmishers are a problem. The skirmishers are definitely a problem. See if we can just silence one of those batteries of artillery over there. Meanwhile, we're going to pull the supplies back to this side, because this is going to turn into a real bottleneck at some point. Here we go. Here we go. That is one rapid advance. 3 artillery. I mean, it's a bold attack across the bridge, but I can't see it succeeding somehow. All the artillery just opened up at the right time, and I think we've had some success. Okay, let's get these guys. I want to withdraw back to our groups here, but we're going to need something in there. It depends on the weight of units coming down here, what we find. Good stuff. Okay, so there is another unit coming up. I'm going to once again try and just silence that artillery battery. Alex's men doing a sterling job of holding that bridge, but the question is, how much longer can we hold off for? Brilliant. Bargey's men and the McCracken Brigade, they have advanced to contact. Okay, so we've got some skirmishes being broken here, which is no great surprise. Got to remember that the McCrackens are armed with Springfield smoothbore muskets, so they're not ideal for long-range engagements, but I mean, at the moment we are able at least to hold the enemy off. I get the sense that that is going to break because we have done some nice damage to it. Yeah, I mean, our artillery has got some good kills, actually. This is a smaller battery, to be fair. Supply is currently okay, so that's good news. Right, excellent. Bargey's men, we're solid over there. I'm going to make sure morale is fresh over here. I need to pull back into some better cover. We kind of need the enemy to not be in as good cover as we are. Let's quieten down a bit in this direction. Make sure that you are shooting at that. Okay, we're starting to see proper enemy troops appearing over here now. Whoa, we've got a charge coming in. That was a bold, and we're facing skirmishers over here, which is not good. Okay, fall back. Fall back. I almost thought fall back would mean that they sort of go backwards rather than like that, but you know what we could do? We could do that, but at this point we need to get the artillery back over here. As much of a shame as this is, we need to pull it back. And I need to deploy barge skirmishers on this side. What the shit is going on here? Why are they wheeling round like that? That's madness. Okay, we've had an enemy brigade, Burnside's brigade. It's a big one. They're coming through the middle over there. What I need now more than anything. Okay, it looks like Alex's skirmishers might be the ones that do the last ditch defense of this place. Okay, so Burnside's men are routing, as it turns out, which is excellent. I'm waiting for my reinforcements to turn up, but so far we're not seeing any sign of them. Right, Bargey's men, they're in some good cover there, so that's better. The McCrackens are not so much. Florida Seminoles. They're skirmishers. We could do with those out on the flank. Do you know what would be better? If they were on this flank and the McCrackens, I'm just going to fall them back again. And let's get across there and into those woods. And I'm actually going to do that on the double. Right, this looks pretty solid, so we're going to bring Alex's volunteers are doing some great work sniping over there. These batteries doing some excellent work. Make sure the skirmishers stay involved. Okay, we saw Burnside's men off, which was excellent. I wonder if we can get in the position. Excellent. So they've arrived. Right, let's put you up here now that you actually have turned up. You're up. Did I actually give the order? I'm not sure if that gave the order. So our artillery are going to be in position. We are actually holding this for the time being, which I did not expect to be. I'm worried if the Florida Seminoles are going to... We're going to fall them back. This is double quick. Okay, we're going to fall back. I'm going to move these guys into the woods over here. On the double. The Ozarks are well rested and they've performed well so far. I think this is an important part of this mod, actually. It seems to be that we need to control our... or keep reserves. And, you know, not let a unit get too exhausted, because that is when it's going to break. Withdraw to Henry Hill. We've fought long enough. Thank God for that. I need reinforcements. Seems that the enemy outnumber us. No shit. Henry Hill is a good place to form our defensive line. Okay, let's see what we've got coming. General Jackson is moving up with fresh troops. Stop the enemy offensive. Do not lose the hill or our flank will collapse and we'll be forced to withdraw to Richmond. Right, pause. Let me have a look at what our situation is. So we have Beauregard with some fresh divisions, right? Yes, he has brought all his artillery with him, which is excellent. That is quite some artillery force right there, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's amazing. So what do we actually have? And we've got Jackson's men. We'll bring Jackson into the fight as well. I'm not quite sure where to put his guys, actually. Now, these are smaller brigades, but we're going to deploy them over there. Do we know where these are going? I mean, I don't mind putting them out on the front. I'd like to hold on to the cover, but this is the only objective we need to hold. So it'd be better if we could trash the enemy as they try to cross, I think, the rivers and stuff. I think that would be the place to destroy them. So let's get some skirmishers out, because what we're really going to need is vision more than anything else. And these big ones, yeah, let's put them... Well, I'll put them in the cornfield like that. Bartow's men, definitely. Definitely skirmishers right down to the water's edge. We do have fresh troops coming in. My guys are going to be fine to hold on to that. So let's draw a line over here, say. And let's see what happens. Okay, we've got stuff coming in now. Whether we have more reinforcements... I hope we do, but we need to get some vision everywhere. So let's put Beauregard. Actually, if I put him at... this is Henry House Hill, right, isn't it? Or Henry House. This place was fought over quite substantially. I mean, this is kind of my prompt. This is kind of my prompt to get the hell out of here. Oh, more skirmishes seen. Right, let's bring B's battery back and put them in the woods over here. And let's put Alex's skirmishers there, because Alex's men at this point need to fall back. And I'm going to put the skirmishers in on the bridge just long enough. We might have to watch this bit, because this is a potential crossing. We've got to hold this bit for 2 hours. Do I want to fall back? I don't want to give the enemy this location in the woods, because this is quite a nice location for cover. If they're in there and we're not, then we're going to get shot at. Right, let's get some vision down here. In fact, let's take that farm. We're okay. We've got this bit covered. I am going to pull the supplies back a little bit. They look like they may be forming up for an assault of this bridge. Oh, we've got stuff on our flank. Barge's skirmishers, go and deal with them. We've got Barge's whole brigade in there, which I don't like. I don't like being positioned like that. Alright, I see we have enemies. Guys? Do you need to deploy? Just a minute. I've noticed the artillery is not deployed. Is there a reason for that? Oh, well, I don't think we normally have to unlimber or limber, do we? Do I? M? I can't seem to take that off. Is this bugged? What if I order the attack like this? Let's see if that works. Okay, that seems to work. But I kind of want my artillery like this. Maybe I should have just given them a move order to start with and it would have been fine. Okay, we have this flank. I think this flank's going to be fine. I kind of want these men here in a position to go and shoot at the enemy as they try to cross the stream. That's what I would like. We have reinforcements coming up, which is excellent. We've got a fresh battery coming. Oh, we've got something else coming on down here as well. Stuart's cavalry, perfect. They are armed with the Smith carbine. Okay, guys, it is time to retreat. It is time to retreat. We're going to have a brigade facing across there. Of course, this means this lot's all going to be outflanked if we do that. So, on the hill. And maybe I do need to pull back. In fact, I think this might be the wise thing to do. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to form a different line here. That's going to be the right angle of our line. Yeah, I don't think I particularly like this, but this is what we're going to do. Get over there. We've got a couple of brigades of skirmishers just keeping an eye on things for us. You two are going to go form in that wood. And you're also each going to deploy skirmishers, which we're going to get forwards to kind of cover that crossing as best we can. And also give us a little bit of vision in that direction. I just want to give the enemy a very difficult location to try and attack across. But artillery is in very forward positions at the moment. There's a big force coming across there. Okay. Fall back. Fall back. Let me get the cannons. Let me get those cannons back anyway. Let me pull them back a little bit. Yeah, we're going to have skirmishers coming to meet us here, which I don't like the look of. Okay, the Ozark Volunteers, they're back. Florida Seminoles. I'm actually going to deploy it like that. And then let's get things back where they need to be. Draw them in. That'll do. That's not a bad position there. You guys retreat. Just go back and join your parent brigades. Right, okay, till we get this sorted out. And we've got reinforcements coming up nicely. Good, okay, I'm quite happy with... Let's move the artillery up a little bit further. And then we make sure we've got no holes in the line across there. And we have fresh artillery. We've got cavalry on this flank. This is excellent. Let's see if we can go around and cause some mischief with this cavalry. That looks like where we might need the stuff. So I'm going to deploy the artillery to this location. And they can attack that place. Right, our own guns here are going... we need to get these back. Let me see. Oh my god. This is a mess. I don't really like how we've got this stuff lined up. Let's make sure we've got our cannons coming back now. How was this going to look? This was going to look something like that, right? Wasn't it? Okay. Okay, let's just see what we end up with, because this is a terrible mess. But we better bring the guns back, because I think they're in a very vulnerable situation. And we have B's battery, which is doing great. I'm just going to stick them in the woods. And the Ozark volunteers, let's just get them behind. And then let's get my commander out of there. And the supplies out of there, which I've just noticed are sitting in there. Can I? Game, thank you very much. Okay, and who's coming at the back? It's some good old artillery. Okay, that's alright. We've got skirmishers falling back, which was to be expected. Over on that side, we have a huge amount of enemy cavalry. That's alright. Stuart's going to face them. We're going to dismount Stuart. He's currently hidden, which is fine. We're just keeping an eye on things over there. We do have a reserve brigade in, and having reserves is kind of key, I think. Alright, so we've got Bartow's men, we've got the Florida Seminoles holding on to this. You guys were supposed to come back at the double. And we've got skirmishers out here about to get absolutely nailed, so... yes. We go and rejoin Alex's brigade. So I'm just going to put Alex's volunteers a bit further forward. These guys, we're covering this, but we've got skirmishers ready. I'm going to put the Virginia volunteers in there. Where are they? 33rd Virginia. And these, we have plenty of reserves, I think. We have a fairly solid front line. Let's put these chaps forwards. Okay. Our skirmishers are pulling back to this flank, which is fine. Nice. We've got a fairly solid line there. Let's space the commanders out so Jackson can take this flank. Beauregard he just covers everywhere, so that's good, and Mark can be where he needs to be. We'll just move him out here a little bit, actually. And then Mark's got the centre. Mark's still working on his speeches. Okay, so what we would like is Alex's men to try and trash those as they come across the water. The McCrackens, a better position would be to hold these woodlands, but I feel like I've got a better line there. Bargey's men getting engaged, so that's okay. And we've got the artillery. The artillery can plug that gap there, so we've lost some guns, I think, but that's okay. Just going to just fall back those guys there. Wow, okay. So Wilcox's brigade came up the hill and are now going down it at a high rate of knots. Right, let's put the skirmishers... No, we'll leave the skirmishers there. They're doing okay. They're doing okay. We have fresh supplies, which will move into this area. We have a lot of guns up on this hill now. And the enemy are in a position where if they want to come on, they have to cross the water. Under quite the gunfire, I have to say. What are we armed with? There'll be a lot of 6-pounder field guns, I would think. But yeah, I'm a lot happier with the condition of our guys. Let's just pull skirmishers back. Oh, mind you, we're getting free shots, so Franklin's men, they're coming up, they're wavering, they're facing an absolute torrent of fire. You know, the Confederate defence here looks probably better organised than it actually was on the day. By this point, the Confederates were a bit rattled because they had been outflanked and troops were arriving bit by bit. But other than that, this battle does look kind of like how it went. There was more fighting over on Matthew House Hill, but a lot of the fighting was a series of piecemeal charges and counter-charges by one side or the other. The Union did make a better concerted effort to take this area, but it looks like they're not going to have that facility here. I'm just going to bring Stuart's cavalry up because they may as well try and get involved a little bit. Nice, let's just make sure we've got reserves where we need them. And over on this side of the battlefield, I mean, I'm almost thinking about going over to a counterattack over here. Well, we can do that. We can start off with getting some skirmishers over. Let's see if we can do that. And we can advance 2 brigades. Or in this case, this would be 2 regiments. They would be about this size, I think. And I don't know how much we want to get involved over there, but I would like to take the opportunity to do as much damage to the enemy as possible. I see a big blue mass forming over there, but they don't look like they're going to attack. I'm just going to pull the Krakens back into some cover. There's no need for them to be taking excess casualties. And if we just move these brigades along, I think we can fit in a better line. So, can we start sniping artillery batteries? Because that would be awesome if we could. I don't know whether I actually want to try and get overly involved in this. Nope, I don't think we can fit in there. So, let's put Bargey's men somewhere down like that. Right, okay, what we can do, there's 45 minutes left. I think this is an opportunity. I don't want to advance, actually. If I advance across there, I am going to take a beating. Stuart's men are doing some good work. I mean, these aren't my soldiers, so I don't want to get them all killed. But at the same time, these are the ones that we can afford to be a bit more dangerous with. It's up to the Union to attack. We might go into a counterattack phase after this, which would be nice. Here we go. We can see another Union brigade moving forwards here. There's no need to be overly aggressive just yet. What I can do, though, is bring these chaps down and extend the line, because I think we have enough reserves. And I think we have enough supply for everything. I'm just going to move that up a little bit. You guys have nearly run out. How are you doing down there? Fine, supplying those guys absolutely fine. I think they just recently arrived. So I'm just using my skirmishers here just to annoy and harass the enemy. Skirmishers have slightly better range. Even with smoothbore muskets, it seems. They won't do an awful lot of effect there, but it's just tying the enemy up. We do have a brigade moving up into position, so let's advance Hampton's Legion. They're also with smoothbore muskets. And what we haven't seen is a big attack coming out of those woods. Right, so let's just withdraw those guys back. In fact, come over here. Let's bring some supplies down here, because ammunition is going to be tight. And at this point, we just run the 27th Virginia into position there, armed with their smoothbore muskets. Right, that's a better location. And B, actually, can we just rejoin those? If I rejoin those 2 skirmisher units, I wonder if they just resupply for free. I'm not quite sure how the game handles that sort of thing. Well, the Union isn't making any real effort to attack now, which is probably quite smart of them. What we could do with, I think, is using all our artillery to focus theirs. Everything we've got, try and drive off the enemy batteries. Is there any on this side? I mean, yes, of course there is. It's at long range, but I'm going to... No, I want to... No. Pause. How do you halt? We'll just order that instead. I think that just crumbled, so we'll just advance a little bit and see if we can see anything. But otherwise, yeah, I think some serious counter-battery fire is the order of the day. Now these guys are kind of stuck in the middle of a river, but there is, I can see, a force coming down there, so... Okay, we're going to move our reserves over to this side. And we have the Ozark Volunteers, so we're going to stay more in reserve around about here. Are we going to see a concerted Union attack? I think we're going to see a push on this flank, but I mean, it doesn't matter because it's not going to go anywhere. Let's bring the ammo truck over. No, that battery is still there, although according to this, it is short of ammunition. Let's see if we can add a bit of firepower in. I don't know if we have the range. I'm going to try. It is on the edge, so we might be able to. We have to be a bit careful because we're going to start getting fire from the formed infantry brigade there. Stuart's men not doing a great effect, but they are shooting at extreme range with those carbines. Okay, let's speed this up because Stuart's men are okay for ammunition. B's men not so much, but they should be steadily resupplying now. Yeah, they are. You see the ammunition going slowly up. Okay, if we've driven off the enemy cannons. That's excellent. We're having a huge counter battery effort over here, although it is at long range, so we're not expecting a fantastic result. Okay, I suspect an effort is being made to outflank us here, so I'm just going to run the 2nd Virginia in. You can at any time you want, B's men just turn and shoot the brigade just fleeing past you there. And these are chasing some skirmish cavalry. I'm going to assume they get tired and run out of energy at some point. Just come sneaking up here. These guys are nearly broken. There they go. They are broken. Okay, let's not push our luck over there. Although I do think this does mean that we can do this. So, and we'll leave the skirmishers out. Right, that means we can probably prepare for a general offensive, I would say. What do you reckon? Let's get our brigades more into position. Bargey's brigade will be going straight across there. Counterattack. Here we go. More men coming. Union army is severely weakened, and now we can counterattack with our fresh reinforcements. Oh, we've got more men as well. Excellent. Concentrate attack on their right flank and drive them back to Washington. Well, I mean, we can counterattack there. That does look to be the strongest point, so I want to counterattack the other bit. But let's make sure. Actually, let's get Jeb's men into there. And what have we got that's just arrived? Now, these are decent-sized brigades, so let's bring these guys in. And let's see if we can actually push. We're going to make a push like that. We're going to get the guys in. And another Johnson, who's obviously just... Oh, that was Jackson, that one up there. Okay, fair enough. Oh, we've spotted problems. We've spotted problems. But we're going to advance Bargey's men across the river. Keep going up so we can see. And we're going to take some artillery with us, although it's not much in the way of artillery, but it's some support. Right, so the Ozark Volunteers are going to move back around here because I am planning a general advance. Why are you doing it like that? That's not that it particularly matters, but... And let's make sure that Mark is going to be leading on this side. Beauregard's kind of holding the middle. And on this side, we should have Stuart's men in the woods. Alright, we're seeing more of an effort. There's some skirmishers coming forwards. Let them come and attack on this side. We should be absolutely fine. We've got Smith's brigade. This is a nice long battle, isn't it? Looks like B's skirmishes are finally broken. Yeah, those guys are moving up. There's no fresh artillery with them. So whatever we've got here, this is what we've got. Right, let's move up to where we can get involved. Don't think there'll be anything on that side anymore, so we're just going to try and outflank these guys. Let's put the Ozark Volunteers back into line. Sorry, the Florida Seminoles back into line. Because we don't need to be holding on to that house anymore. We've still got quite the artillery duel going on, trying to knock out enemy cannons over there. We can't deploy... We can deploy skirmishers here. So let's send them into that wood and see what we've got ahead of us. Nice. Okay, wow. There is quite the army on that side. Barges men, you are under orders on the double to get out of that water. And I think we're going to have to send a leader over there, so it's going to be Mark on this flank. Okay, that will do. And then start engaging. What I could do with doing, I think, is we're going to put the we're going to take the McCrackens over, but we're going to advance to these woods first. Nice. Get shooting the cavalry because they will break. Bartos and the Florida Seminoles are going to advance a little bit. Let's draw that line in like that, I think. Meanwhile, Stuart's men doing some great work over here. Let's advance the Virginia across there. These guys are taking too long to get up there, but it's okay. I don't want them exhausted when they arrive. Right, change direction with the Ozarks. We're going to go across here. We're going to run Barges men in again. And let's bring up some artillery so it's in closer range. Oh, blast. This is not the plan. Right. Skirmishers are no longer of a use there. Yeah, okay, so the mod... I mean, the base game used to do this a little bit as well, but I think that the mod's doing a good job of actually... I'm gonna have to bring troops up there to get alongside. The mod's doing a good job of making us play kind of historically, as in the way units deploy and all the rest of it. They need their space. Right, excellent. Go and get involved over there on the double. In fact, we want you in close proximity. Smiths advanced. Excellent. Let's tell you what. Let's just advance these guys up. It's time to really get involved now. Nice. See if we can get the McCrackens down there. I'm going to run them through the woods. Those guys are running out of ammunition. We're not having a huge effect over here, are we? The Barges men are looking pretty safe there. Now, I want these actually across the river. So the Ozark Volunteers are going in across Bull Run. Excellent. Right, turn to face. These guys are not in a great position. You just rejoin. Nice. Burnside's men. Oh, there's two lots in here. That's why it looks so crowded. They're routing. Excellent. Excellent. Brilliant. Bring Stuart's men in on the flank. Actually, Smith's men you need to now double up and go over there. You're taking a very long route down there. And at this point, I think I'm going to assign Beauregard over this side so we can cover more things. Those Ozark volunteers we said to run across the stream. I'm sure that wasn't very popular. Excellent. Let's advance and destroy what's in front of us. It's getting a little bit crowded in here, but I'm going to try and see if we can move up. Let's bring some artillery up as well. Get them in closer. Oh, and these guys should absolutely be, at this point, in close. Yeah, you're no good over there whatsoever, so let's get you where you can actually shoot. Okay, so the Ozark volunteers, they are a lovely close range. They should be delivering good volleys into the flank, although these guys are in cover, so... Armed with the Springfields. I don't know if I want to commit them. They're routing, so that's what we wanted to see. That's excellent. How are we doing over here? Stuart's men doing a hell of a fight. Smith's men have arrived on the field, armed with the trusty smoothbore musket. Brilliant. Go and chase those skirmishers off. There is an enemy brigade behind there, so I'm reluctant to go charging in. Right, I'll just draw... Whoops. Just like to draw a line in like that, if I may. Advance. Keep the pressure up. Keep up. Bring the artillery up. Excellent. So this side is going very well. Smith's men. Okay. They're getting involved with all sorts of shit over there, which I didn't expect. We have Ewell's brigade that has arrived. Smith's men at risk of surrender. Let's turn the Virginia to go and face. Okay, so that was a very risky thing that I did in there. Let's bring Holmes' men over here as well. I'm going to move them with a double to try and get there in time. Do we have a leader in range? Let's make sure he stays within range as well. So I don't want these to surrender, but they are taking quite a pasting. Excellent. So that's broken. That's gone. Over on this side, we're having some success. I'm going to move the Ozarks into there, and Bargey's men just a little bit further along onto there. We are just in range to cover them all, so that's nice. Brigadier General Thomas Jackson is wounded. That would be a blow to the Confederacy at this stage of the war, as he became one of their major leaders and wasn't actually put out of action until 1863. Smith's men have recovered. That's excellent. I need someone just to go and finish that. Right, let's just advance forwards on the double. And make sure we need Hampton's Legion in there as well. Right, so the St. McCracken's, we're going to try, I think we're going to try and get across there, turn that off. And the Florida Seminoles will come and fill this gap. I would like to charge, but I think it's far too risky. However, let's make sure we've got supplies going with these guys. Let's put those right on that flank, make sure they get in. And the artillery should be giving supporting fire now, but isn't. These two brigades do a fantastic job on this side. Bartow's brigade is wounded. That's okay. It's not like I want to get... Whoa, home. Stop. Stop. Just open fire. They're blocked. It's okay. Howard's men shouldn't be able to achieve anything. I just need to keep moving Stuart's men out over here. They are out of ammunition and they're exhausted, but we're holding a much bigger brigade over there out the way, so that's great news. St. McCracken's and Alex's volunteers are coming up in position here. Excellent. We should get the Florida Seminoles across as well. Can we do much here? Let's get a big brigade involved. We've got B's brigade here as well. I don't want to go charging in because that would be foolish. Excellent. So that's worked a treat. Let's bring Holmes's men over. Excellent. These guys doing a good job. We've brought artillery up. We just need to try and break everyone. What if I put all firepower onto them to make sure that people aren't shooting at the wrong ones? The skirmishers can just go around the flank there. We just need to try and reduce that. Let's get some more artillery up where it's close. I don't know. I don't think I want to get across the river. But we do need to be a bit closer. Right, okay, excellent. Right, McCracken's running. Having a hard fight over there. Florida Seminoles. Can we get in there? I don't think we can snipe at the enemy artillery, but we can try. Right, Ewell's men. Dare we get across? No, we've broken some cavalry, which is excellent. We should probably just forget about them. Right, Stuart's men, I think what we're going to do is fall back, let them have a rest, because they are just exhausted. And let's bring the artillery up nice and close. Okay, excellent. These guys are now getting smashed, which is just what we wanted. They're still put up a good fight though, aren't they? We'll move these men up. And these guys... Ooh, no. 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 It was only those two I wanted. We'll move them in. Think I can get on the flank here? No, they're turning to face. They're not. Just shoot. That's brilliant. That means we should be able to just keep them outflanked. The Florida Seminoles are getting involved as well. The Yankees are running. It looks like the Yankees are running. Let's bring Bonham's brigade right up through the middle. See if we can get at those artilleries. This has been a really good fight. A really good fight. Fall back. Keep pulling those guys away. I don't think Ewell's men are involved, so let's get them running in. This has been a good attack on this side. Let's make sure everything is focusing on Sherman's. And let's bring our glorious leader up. Yeah, 6-pounder field guns aren't the most effective things to be shooting with, but I mean we keep chasing them away, so that's all we can ask. What have we achieved on this side? The McCrackens. Give them a volley. Go on, give them a volley, boys, and charge. Go on then. These guns have got some of the best melee ratings. I don't know what Burnside's armed with. I should have sent a commander up here to assist. But I think Burnside's going to break. So the McCrackens have warmed up. They're in there. I think they're winning. Excellent, they are. They definitely are. Okay, that's great. That's great. That's what we wanted. It is time to accelerate. We need to watch out that the McCrackens don't accelerate too far up there. That is a risk. Right, it looks like these chaps have got away. I'm just going to set up a pursuit. And let's send the artillery up. Make sure Mark's involved. So 18 minutes left. I think most things are sorted at this point. Are you really taking fire from them? No, they're not. Okay, that's good. What I would like to see is some opportunities to like really charge in. The McCrackens have gone even further. They are exhausted and wavering. They should fall back. Let's order the fall back there. And what we want... I don't think there's an opportunity where I can really go in. I'm surprised Burnside's men rallied, but we should have had... Yeah, we got a better exchange of the casualties in that. We've come across some enemies in the woods. So we can't completely break these guys. They're fighting well and they're falling back in good order. Although we have split the forces up. I don't see an opportunity to absolutely just charge in and annihilate anyone, but we're going to try it regardless. Put Smith's men in there. Right, what would be awesome here is if we could, in fact, get someone into that cover. And they're exhausted. Right, move up. Florida Seminoles, move up. Cox Brigade, in we go. Try and get across there. The 26th Virginia are exhausted. B's men are fairly fresh. I'm going to try and push them in. Somebody went in there. I can't tell. Looks like Holmes Brigade is routing. That's okay. It was worth a try. But the enemy, they're hard to break. They are really hard to break. Right, let's see if we can get something going here. Ammo's a problem on this side. It doesn't matter. It's 1 minute and then it's over, which we've won. But by God, it's the counterattack's been a lot harder than I expected, and I appreciate that. The game with this mod is going to be a bit more challenging than I thought. I don't think we're going to achieve anything else, so we're going to finish the fight there. That was a good fight. So with the reinforcements that came over, we did outnumber the enemy. Casualties, we inflicted 2-to-1 casualties, and this was a lot bloodier than the actual battle was, so we will take that. Goals are done. Units, Alex's Yorkshire Volunteers, Bargey's Brigade, Dome Shutton's Battery. Ooh, 871 kills for an artillery battery. That's a lot. It's a bigger battery than the other ones, and it does have better guns, potentially. Actually, where did B's Brigade come on that, or B's Battery? 260, which for a small battery of 12-pounders, I think that was actually pretty good. So, we've... we may have taken some casualties there amongst the officer corps. We have captured anything useful. Luckily, we've rescued some. We haven't captured anything particularly great. Sharp's 1859 rifle. Oh, that's a new one. Again, the mod adds some new weapons in, or renames weapons, which I think is brilliant. I do. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Okay, we've got the War Service Medal. We've got 2 career points. We've got Thomas Jackson, who's going to be in charge of the 2nd Corps. Excellent. And we've got Army Organisation. Oh, that just adds us +1 corps. So career. Now, politics is nice because politics gives us extra gold, i.e. money, recruits, and reputation, which is also very useful. Resupply discount, increased amount of weapons from reputation buys. That's very useful. I'm thinking reconnaissance. This will give us extra spotting. It tells us what the enemy's starting size is. Training. Increasing your training allows you to replenish... Sorry, where did that go? Sorry. Replenish unit losses with new veterans for a lower cost and keep the unit skills at higher levels. So veteran recruits. Is that still the case? I guess it is for the mod, but +1 stats for recruits and inactive units post-battle. Medicine's good. Okay, so this will give us... Medicine increase the amount of casualties that get healed after. I'm going to put 1 in there. An economy. We get a discount on guns and a resupply discount. Okay, I'm actually going to put... Ooh, I need to go Army Organisation as well, though. we're going to put stuff in there. We're going to have to spread this about a lot more evenly than we have before. So let's click apply. Let's buy those. And I wouldn't mind 2 points in reconnaissance at some point too. All right, let's have a look. So now we can have a third division. I'm going to have a sneaky look first at the next battle, which is, it's not going to be Shiloh. Stay alert. The Battle of Stay Alert. What? I'm going to have to read what that is. Ambush convoy. So it's going to be this one. And we won't start it, obviously. I just want to see what forces we need to put in. So we can have up to 12 brigades in one corps. So let's go back. So that's the number of brigades we need to aim for when we get this fixed. So that is going to be a brand new division. But important things to see to first. So Bargey's brigade. Sorry, Alex's Yorkshire Volunteers. We've got our first stat. We can have musketry drills, which increases accuracy and reduces reload time. I think that's going to be great. Marching drills. It does change reload time, and it also reduces the amount of morale damage they receive. 15% speed is excellent, but 35% accuracy is a lot. So let's select that. That's a tough one to choose. I'd like, yeah, that marching speed is excellent. Okay, so Domschutz batteries is excellent. We should have, if I go over this, so veterans, we've got 429 veterans. And in the shop, there's 4 of these. Let me see if I can... So even if I put veterans in this, it still does reduce the overall experience. That's interesting. And that costs us 12,000. But the command is fine. So we've got 14 guns in that battery. That's good. I'm going to take that. And that leaves us with some more veterans. We've got a lot of wounded and plenty of recruits. I think this is a kind of an intelligent system. I think it's excellent. So when it comes to... We'll use the veterans to beef up the units that are here. Let's go for 4 new units. So we need a new division. I don't know if we're putting Brigadier General Jackson in there. I think he should be in charge of a corps. Well, we don't need a second corps just yet, but we will work on that. So let's have a look. So we want an infantry division. And don't worry, folks, I will name the divisions after you guys. Actually, oh, what have we got? What have we got in the armory? We've got 2,000 Springfield, so that would be free effectively. There's reboard muskets. These are awful weapons, but at least they have a longer range. And they should still have decent melee. No, they don't. They don't. That's a shame. The Mississippi rifle, there's plenty of those in the shop, but there's not a lot of stuff later on. There's the Harper's Ferry, which we can buy. They'll be expensive. They have... They're pretty decent weapons when we get to that point. And later on. There's some interesting choices. I'm just going to cancel that. Let's have a look. In the shop, there's 900 of these, so that's okay. We can increase Bargey's brigade up. Actually, I'm going to put the veterans in the artillery because I do feel like these guys need it. So 3-inch ordnance. Oh, there's no more guns for those. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. The 12-pounder batteries. We might need to change these for something else. We can go up to 5 12-pounder Napoleons. They will be... Is that all we've got? The options aren't great. 24-pounder howitzers, however. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's go for these 12-pounder Blakeys. Blakeleys, even. So let's apply. Put veterans in. And we're going to go to 4 because that's all we can afford, right? Yeah, that's expensive stuff. These guys, however, we have a more experienced person in charge, which is excellent. And there's more of these in the shop. So we can actually put these up to... Oh, and that actually... They're going up in experience here. How many can we go? We can max out at 15. And we've got the stuff for it. Excellent. Let's do that. That must have used up most of our veterans, has it? Yeah, but not all. We actually got a stat increase from that. Curious. Okay, so this is horse artillery, which would give us extra speed. If we're making a cavalry division, I could see the sense in that. Double canister on these howitzers. Well, they probably won't stay with these weapons, so that's got to bear in mind. Improved shells. 25% shot and shell damage and 5% effective range. Canister damage would be awesome, though, wouldn't it? And it reduces reload time. They're not going to be shooting at canister all the time, though. I'm going to go with that one. Because that's where we're going to be shooting. We're going to be shooting at longer ranges most of the time, even with these guns. So that's excellent. B's battery, you are suddenly a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield. Now we need some recruits. So I'll maybe save the few veterans we have for putting into... Who's the weakest, actually? Barge's brigade. Go on, let's go veterans. And see if we can get these guys... Yeah, okay, we can put all of about 70 in. Yeah, it's too hard to micromanage that. There we go. And I guess from that point on, we're doing rookies. So let's get you back up to about 1,500 men. I don't want to dilute the experience. There are enough guns for you to get up to 1,500 as well. The Alex's men, the Mississippi, yeah, there's plenty of those. I mean, we could go insane, and we could go all the way up to... Well, let's do it. I mean, we've got the men, and we've got the guns.
Sir, yes, sir!
Florida Seminoles, also on the Mississippi Rifles, plenty in the shop. I'm going to put them up to 1,800. Oh, okay, that's getting expensive. I've got to watch the costs now. The Springfields, okay, the McCrackens. You did a great job charging in there. But these guns are just, I don't know. The range on them is a problem. I've got 5,000 Mississippi Rifles, which are still decent in melee. I think you're going to be better. I think you're going to be better served with those. So let's do that. Right then, let's pick ourselves an infantry brigade. Don't worry, folks. I will name these brigades afterwards. I promise. You will definitely have your names in there. I'll just go off the list. And we'll do that after the battle when I can load it up. So, let's, for now, equip those and put this at 2,000. Is that... No, well, we can go big now, but I don't see the point in going too big. So we'll bring men in at 2,000. It costs us nothing. It's excellent. What else is in the armory, actually? What have we got? Skirmishers. We haven't got enough guns for a separate unit of skirmishers at the moment, and I think they're a bit frivolous at this point. We need a good solid base core of the army. There's not enough in the armory for cavalry, but we do want... What can we buy with Colts? Okay, so we can equip some melee cavalry. I think that would be useful. I'm going to go for one cavalry brigade. And we're not going to have those. Oh, this is going to be expensive, though. Let's see. Let's see. How far can we go? We've got a lieutenant colonel. We can go up to 800. That's like a big cavalry brigade, isn't it? It's most of my money as well. But you know what? We're going to do it because they come in very useful from time to time. I'd better put a full colonel in this if we have one. I've got brigadier generals. It's 15 grand. I can't afford that. Do that one and hopefully we get the efficiency up. Yeah, I've gone too big on that one. I should probably have gone a bit smaller. But people will level up. All right, let's use the rest of our money to go infantry brigade. And we're going to have to use something that we've got in stock here. So we're going to go Springfields. And 2,000. So, don't worry, folks. When we have money, once again in the future at some point. Actually, what can I buy? Oh, I can buy commanders. Now, commanders are worth using. They are good. And we can buy... Oh, we're going to have that, I think, for 7 points. We're going to have that. Then we can put some big artillery in. 7 points seems like a lot. You know what? I think we're going to do it. Because we need some artillery. So let's put an artillery brigade in. It's tempting to put a low-level commander, but as we have now... We can max this out. It's not going to cost us money, right? It costs us a bit, but we can go up to 15 guns here. And I think that's brilliant. 375 men, 15 guns. You need someone better than a captain leading that, I believe. So we're going to have to buy ourselves... a lieutenant colonel. The efficiency is kind of low. Okay, well, they'll learn. So that was excellent. I really enjoyed that. This J&P mod is really making me play properly. It feels much more like a historical simulation there. I love the weapons. I love the way it handles things. And I hope you're enjoying the videos too. So as always, leave a comment under the video if you would like to be included in the army. I will add you to the list. We will rename these once I've had a look at the list, ready for the next battle. So keep an eye out in case you're in it. And as always, just I hope you're enjoying the stuff, folks. And I will catch you on the next one.